monkey in your desk?
Just for emergencies.
Hey everybody, welcome back to R&R Reviews Unscripted. You're here again today with my brother and me, and we're just a couple cinephiles that want to give you some in-depth detail on our latest reviews. Today's topic of discussion is one of Disney's latest remakes, the live-action Dumbo film, directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton, Eva Green, Colin Farrell, and Danny DeVito.
And Alan Arkin. Alert! If you haven't seen the movie Dumbo, stop listening now. But let's be honest, you don't want to see this.
Yes, you do not. It sucks.
As you see on our Facebook page, R&R Reviews, we gave this movie a total of 3.8 out of 10 points. Now, this just does clock in under average, but this movie definitely is not something that you need to take your time to see unless you're really into Tim Burton films and maybe these actors specifically, or you really just like flying elephants that for some reason have walleye vision.
Elephants don't have walleye vision?
I don't know.
What if that's actual factual?
It might be. Do all elephants have walleye vision? This is a question we should be asking ourselves.
Basically, what we're trying to say is this movie sucked.
If there's one feeling you'll have after this movie, it'll just be that you don't want to ever go to a circus again because they're probably abusing the animals.
I think that circuses have a bad rap nowadays anyway. They're definitely not viewed in the light they used to be.
Right, there's not very many around anymore, and I think some that are around don't have elephants anymore.
So Tim Burton comes in with his usual kind of trope. He gives that grayish, dull, dreary feel, lack of emotion, kind of just dead that he gives in all of his films. I think that we can both agree in saying that they might have thought that this film was going to get a free pass because of the cast and director that was on it. So they slapped some fancy names, you know, DeVito and Keaton and different names and put Burton on it and decided that this was just going to be great. And it failed epically.
Right. Just because you're going to put Danny DeVito in a movie with Tim Burton and make him wear a top hat doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Although, Danny DeVito is probably the best part of this whole movie.
But I hope and pray that Batman will be present to preserve the peace.
This girl, the love of your life, her favorite flowers are daffodils.
What is that? A face only a mother could love.
Right, not hating on DeVito at all. He was the only one that I thought was actually maybe trying a little bit and not showing just up for a paycheck and a top hat.
But this definitely feels like a recycled story, just told time and time again, and it doesn't have any feel to it. I kept waiting for the movie to start, and I felt like it never did.
It just doesn't ever really take off. There's no climax. It's literally just a linear storyline from point A to point B in a straight line.
That's very true. That is very, very, very true. It's super true what he just said.
Moving on.
Probably one of the best points, in my opinion, the highest points, is going to be the cinematography, special effects. You know, Dumbo was super cute. They had a lot of, you can tell that a lot of this was done with green screens, but the special effects were very good. The backdrops were very pretty. Tim Burton does do a good job. You know, the Dreamland kind of gave me a Gotham feel from the old Batman movies. The way that he tried to piece that together, I think that was definitely a good feel. And that's pretty much all we have to say, because this movie sucked. This is the lowest rated movie we've done yet. But let's be honest. I mean, not all of the Disney remakes are going to be good, right? We're watching every movie from our childhood be remade over, and not all of them are going to succeed. And if we're being honest, I think that Dumbo was probably one of our least favorite of the Disney animated movies.
Wait, you don't like the original Dumbo?
I mean, I like it a little, but like, come on, let's talk.
But
here.
they let the elephant get drunk.
Yeah, I know. And did you see they hinted at that in the movie? But I was hoping they would do it, and they didn't.
Right. I also wanted to see the mama elephant pick the boy up and spank him, but it never happened.
You know, that movie kind of creeped me out though, like the clowns and stuff, and I don't know. It was weird. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. It also had some slightly racist tones to it.
Did it really? I don't remember that.
If I recall, I think there are.
It's
been a long time since I watched it. This movie made me want to watch it again. Just because this one was so bad, I need something to wash the taste out of my mouth with. But I don't know if I will, honestly.
They did try to adapt it. I feel like they didn't do the same exact story, which they couldn't have because they took all the talking animals out of it. But, you know, it just didn't take. It was not. I would like to say that Tim Burton directed this. He did not write the screenplay. The screenplay was written by others. So it's maybe if he would have had it handed to him directly, he could have done more with it. I don't know. I feel like it was just lazy, you know?
Yeah, just mailing it in on this one. I feel like the perfect way to word it is they just paid for the brand. They just paid for the name they were going to slap on it. Oh, Tim Burton. That means it'll be good, right?
Right.
Nope. When's the last time this guy made a good movie? I'm pretty sure Alice in Wonderland was like the last halfway decent one.
I would probably agree with you there. I mean, Tim Burton feels like one of those guys that peaked in high school and, you know, isn't cool anymore. And his high school was like the late 80s, early 90s.
And of course, because we're saying this, you guys won't hear from us anymore because we're going to be assassinated by goth lovers.
Right. I mean, he definitely holds some classics. He's a well-known name, but I haven't seen a Tim Burton movie that I've been crazy about in years.
His last good stuff was in the 80s and 90s. Good stuff. Even if you just wanted to watch this movie because you love Colin Farrell, or you love Eva Green, or you love Michael Keaton, or you love Danny DeVito, or you love Alan Arkin, look, guys, it's just not the place to do this.
No, it's not. It's just, it's even hard to make jokes about because it just sucks. And I felt like I kind of knew that this was coming because of the response it didn't get when it was in theaters. But you can't always trust those sorts of things.
That's true, but it does say something bad about a movie when it comes out, and people that don't pay attention, like as close attention to movie news as I do, didn't even know it came out. They're like, oh yeah, when's that come out? And I'm like, oh, that's already on DVD now.
I'm sorry.
Or when it does hit theaters and you never hear anybody say anything about it.
Yeah. Another big thing that you can tell with these sorts of movies is the placement of month that it's set to come out in. The summer movies are obviously the movies they find to be more successful. That's when they put the big blockbusters out. Your early winter movies like January, February are usually movies they have no potential for, but this was in March. So I feel like they were like, we're not really sure how this is going to go.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have today. Be sure to hop on our Facebook page or our YouTube page. Leave a comment on how you feel about this film, or maybe a comment about a future review you would like for us to do.
Don't forget to check our email out. That's rogerscinemahood@gmail.com. ROGERSCINEMAHOOD@gmail.com. You can send us an email with comments, what you liked, what you didn't, or maybe some potential things you'd like to see.
All right, guys. You have a good one. We'll see you next time. And remember,
it's a beautiful day in the cinema hood.